You kept making the point that just doesn't just fall on the offensive line, it falls on the whole team. Can you kind of take us into that? Like, in what ways does the rest of the team kind of play into, maybe there's pressure on Kyler, but it's something else happening?
Yeah, speaking from the receiver standpoint, that looks like winning and making contested catches, because obviously there's pressure. There's going to be certain zones, or it's going to be man on the backside. So I think from a receiver standpoint, I think there were a couple plays we could have done a better job of creating more separation and winning earlier so Kyler can get the ball out. But yeah, JG's right. It's a whole combination of everyone being on the same page, and I think we didn't do a good enough job of executing the little things today. I think that turned into big things. But yeah, we'll be better next week and the next time we play.
Did that feel different today than over the past month, kind of those little things getting open quickly for Kyler?
Yeah, I think offensively it didn't. I feel like we could never get in flow. Whether that be a sack, penalties that took away touchdowns, or Marvin's catch. Like, there's a lot of things that I feel like the flow of the game just wasn't in our favor. And some games go like that, and then we didn't execute enough to make up for the game sort of not going our way.
How do you prevent that from happening next week and continue?
Yeah, just it comes down to the process and preparation, and just, I mean, whether we would have won this game or lost this game, or like the week doesn't change. It's, you have X amount of hours, X amount of time in the building, and so we got to do what we've been doing and just be deliberate and intentional of how we go about our business, and to get that will take care of itself.
Feel out there. It's actually a while.
Well, it was good to be back out there. It's good to be playing again on the field with the guys. Obviously not the outcome that we wanted at all, but it was nice to be back out there.
Jonah, what was obviously they had a lot of pressure today. Was there anything in particular they were doing?
I think part of it was that we couldn't get the run game going, and that falls on all of us, and that makes it hard when you're in obvious passing downs pretty often. I feel like we're behind the sticks a lot. So it just comes down to all of us have to execute a little bit better on first and second down and keep us out of those obvious passing downs.
How did you feel that you did personally, especially in pass protection there?
I think it was fine. It could have been better. Kind of getting back out there, shaking some rust off, but, thought it was okay. A lot of room to improve, though.
What are the challenges when you're coming back, your first game back in? I don't know, if there's communication, things like that. How is it different, first game back in versus your 8th game of the season or whatever it is?
Yeah, I mean, it's, like I said, there's an element of rust and things like that, but I thought communication was fine up front. Yoda was making good points. We're all on the same page a lot of the time. It was a loud environment, but I thought we were fine in communication. I just think it came down to execution. We just didn't do enough to stay in front of the chains and ultimately just to score some points. I thought our defense played great, and we didn't do enough to win.
Did they throw any looks at you that you didn't expect?
They did, but one of their things that they've shown is that they're very multiple up front. They have a lot of different personnel groupings and a little bit unpredictable in that regard. So nothing we weren't prepared for, but like I said, I didn't think it just came down to execution for us.
What else can you say about the weather, like the elements, the noise, all of the environment that you played in?
I mean, it's kudos to them. They've got a great stadium, great crowd noise. It's a fun place to play. Would have been more fun if we won.
Sure.
But I don't know. Like I said, I don't think any of that was a huge factor, and so much as just execution. That's really what it was for us. We just didn't do enough.
And Jonah, how do you personally just turn the page at this one and just move on to the next?
I mean, it's the NFL. Every week is you're 0-0, and you're trying to win a game. So, got a good one next week in Minnesota, and then we get another shot at these guys. So, everything that we want's in front of us, and I think if we execute better, we're going to win a lot of games down the stretch.